by Banville from Sandals Crop Protection.
Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is Tier 1 championship coverage of the 1992 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. Now, KMSB Sports Director Perry Williams.
Good evening again, everybody. I'm Perry Williams, and welcome to our continuing coverage of the 1992 Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament. This is the night it all ends after 4 exciting days of hockey. This is the championship evening. If you were with us earlier this afternoon, you saw a championship already won. This is the first one ever in Tier 2 hockey. It goes the Greenway of Coleraine, 6-1 over Rosemont. So they are the champions, first ever in the Tier 2 category. But tonight, we move from the Target Center in Minneapolis to the championship game in Tier 1 at the St. Paul Civic Center. And to call the action, Doug McLeod and Lou Nanny. Good evening, gentlemen.
Well, good evening to you, Perry. And then there were two. Tonight, we will decide the last championship of the day, and that will be the Tier 1 tilt between the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, the top-rated team in the state in the consensus polls, and the Moorhead Spuds. Not only an outstanding team, but one of the all-time, bar none, great team names ever in the history of hockey. You know, this is a matchup that could have come in a lot of different ways coming into tonight. Bloomington Jefferson was a heavily favored team coming in. Are you surprised that it is a matchup between these two teams at all?
No, not really, Doug. As a matter of fact, these two clubs have been on a collision course for 2 years. A couple of years ago, Bloomington Jefferson Bannons went 54-1. They beat Moorhead in the finals. The only loss for Jefferson was against St. Clair Shores. And this year, Moorhead came down at Thanksgiving. They scrimmaged Jefferson. They beat him 6-3. Both these clubs actually wanted to play each other tonight. I think it's something that's been developing over 2 years. Both great teams, good balance, excellent speed, solid from goal on out. So I don't think it's a surprise to many people that have followed these two teams for a couple of years that they're here tonight.
Match made in hockey heaven, and there's no question about that. The Moorhead Spuds and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Let's go down to ice level now in the penalty box. Where else would he be? Tom Reed is standing by down there. Evening, Tommy.
Thanks, Doug and Louie. And I guess I have to agree with you, Louie. These two teams have been headed for this for a couple of years now. It's interesting talking to the coaches. I said, what did you have to say to your players? They said, really, we had nothing to say at all. They know the importance of this hockey game. Very quiet around the dressing room. The Bloomington Jefferson players huddled amongst themselves earlier. The same with the team from Moorhead. And I'll tell you, this will be an exciting match. Going to be good goaltending. I think it's going to be a rough, tough tumble. And it's going to be a heck of a hockey game to be a part of. Now let's go over to Jim Gilliland and Brian Brannan.
Thanks, Tom. Ice 2 sensed only excitement and not really a surprise. Moorhead looked to be possibly the strongest team in that upper bracket. Jefferson's been #1 all year. Brian, our student athlete announcer, and of course, the outstanding hockey player for White Bear Lake. Brian, should be a good one, huh?
Well, definitely. I think we look at Jefferson. They have great depth on this team. You know, they have a big game from Joe Bianchi, the hat trick in the first, and Tim McDonald, the hat trick in the second. But tonight, I think we'll be looking maybe for a couple other guys to step through.
Could be speed on speed tonight. Back up to the booth now.
All right, Gilly and Brian, we know these two teams can skate. We know they've got good goalies. Jefferson's been rotating goalies all year without question, so Keppel gets back in tonight. Do you expect a high-scoring game?
Well, if 7 or 8 goals is high-scoring, that's what I expect. I think it's somewhat medium because both teams also play good defense, and I look for a 4-3, 5-3 type of game.
Sounds just about right to me. The Jefferson Jaguars and the Moorhead Spuds will drop the puck for the Tier 1 title in just a moment.
Mr. Miller?
Yeah.
This is TCF.
Who?
Mr. Miller, if you could change the way banks do business, what would you change?
I'd make them have a lot more cash machines in more locations for emergencies.
Thank you, Mr. Miller.
Thank you.
TCF, banking the way you want it.
You're watching an amazing piece of equipment coming off the assembly line. In test after test, the Bryant Plus 90i is rated the most energy-efficient gas furnace on the market today. Paired with Bryant air conditioning that's equally energy stingy, makes for a home comfort system that leaves the competition cold when it comes to energy efficiency at an affordable price. And right now, there are special pre-season incentives to help make owning this top-rated combination even more affordable. Ask one of these Bryant dealers about them.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the real food?
The filet you get in some places is a mix of fish, but Hardee's Fisherman's Filet is 100% North Atlantic cod and a lot of it.
Right now, I'll give you Hardee's Fisherman's Filet Sandwich with fries for just $1.99.
Are you ready for some real food? Hardee's.
You've seen them at the auto show. Over 344 new cars and trucks, but only one dealer can offer you 5 of the top 10 sellers. Your Ford dealer. Like Ford Taurus, the best-selling American car, and only car in its class offering driver and passenger side airbags. Right now, buy a new 92 Ford Taurus and get up to $1,200 in total savings. That's right, $1,200, including $500 cash back direct from Ford. You asked for American quality. Your Ford dealer delivered with 5 of the top 10 sellers. Test drive one today.
It is the final game of the 1991-92 high school hockey season. The Moorhead Spuds at 24-3, and the Jaguars of Bloomington Jefferson, 24 wins, 2 losses, and a tie. We're ready to go. Now let's meet the teams. And here is St. Paul Civic Center and State Tournament Public Address announcer Dick Stanford with the call.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the game, the Minnesota State High School Hockey Championship. Let's meet the players and coaches who brought their schools and communities to this game. First, the champions of Section 5 with a record of 24-2-1, the Jaguars from Bloomington Jefferson. Senior goaltender number 1, Sean Glenn. Junior defenseman number 2, Corey Peterson. Sophomore wing, number 3, Luke Murray. Senior wing, number 4, Tim Krug. Sophomore defenseman, number 5, Mike Crowley. Sophomore wing, number 6, Joe Pankratz. Junior wing, number 7, Brian Young. Junior wing number 8, Matt Jones. Junior defenseman number 9, Brian LaFleur. Junior wing number 10, John D. St. Hubert. Sophomore wing number 11, Ian Peterson. Junior wing number 12, Tim McDonald. Senior defense number 14, Dan Treble. Sophomore center number 15, Joe Bianchi. Senior center number 16, Brandon Johnson. Senior defense number 17, Scott Hoyd. Junior wing number 19, Court Lundeen. Junior center number 21, Nick Checo. Junior defenseman number 22, Dusty Anderson. And junior goaltender number 35, Randy Keppel. Head coach Tom Satterdahlin and his assistant John Bianchi. And now let's meet the champions of Section 8 with a record of 24-3, the Moorhead Spuds. First, sophomore goaltender number 1, Jeremy Gregoire. Senior wing number 2, Ryan Kappas. Sophomore defenseman number 3, Rob Grammer. Senior wing number 4, Thad Stafford. Sophomore center number 5, Josh Arnold. Junior defenseman number 6, Justin Wegner. Senior wing number 7, Steve DiFiore. Junior wing number 8, Jim Jacobson. Sophomore defense number 10, Bill Upgran. defenseman, number 11, Rhett Marston. Junior defense, number 12, Eric Steen. Freshman defenseman, number 13, Joel Jameson. Junior center, number 14, Brent Knutson. Sophomore wing, number 15, John Haberluck. Junior wing, number 16, Greg Salvavold. Senior center, number 17, Jason Blake. Senior defense, number 18, Kurt Dwyer. Sophomore center, number 19, Ryan Kraft. Junior wing, number 20, Louis Paquin. Sophomore goaltender, number 30, Troy Brecky. The head coach of the Spuds is Terry Cullen, and his assistant is Terry Shercliffe. Ladies and gentlemen, the officials for this championship game, the linesman, Mike Riley, and your referees are Rich Robbins and Jeff Schott. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please stand and honor America as the Moorhead High School Band, under the direction of Doug Engstrom, leads us in our national anthem.